and then we working like a math problem. But the person got to be willing, and you got to be willing. And a relationship is like this. You got to bend, they have to bend. I hate the movies. I hate going to the movies. Sean loved going to the movies. I have to go to the movies. She usually let me get away sometimes. I can usually get one of her friends to go with her, so I can get out of it, but I will go. Excuse me, anybody else had their hand up? Yes, ma'am.
I hate football. I have to be in watch football.
Yeah, but you knew that when we got married. I rent Netflix. I go to the Red Box. I can't say that one. I might go to jail. But yes, sir.
I think that as it relates to relationships, we focus more on the intimate side of relationships, and we also need to focus on the non-intimate side of relationships.
Absolutely.
Like developing those communication skills or healthy relationships with our neighbors, with the individuals that we work with and associate with, because some of those unhealthy communication skills bleed over into our non-intimate relationships with others.
Absolutely.
It causes issues. Like you said, we have to be able to tackle those hard decisions that we don't want to face.
Absolutely.
Because the reality is, it's not going to go anywhere until we address whatever the issue is. And the more you put it on the back burner to try to suppress your anger, the more it builds up and it explodes. I think that as it relates to who we are, I think Dr. Ballard said this one time before we went to counseling. He said that you have to be able to impart your spirit or your soul into the other individual's soul or spirit. In other words, what he was saying was basically that golden rule: treat people the way you want to be treated. And in doing so, a lot of times we tend to, even in both intimate and non-intimate relationships, we tend to negate the other person's feelings. We always tend to say, this is not how you feel, this is not what you're saying. But if individuals saying or expressing themselves and saying, this is how you're making me feel, or this is what you're doing to me, I think it's important for us to hear that cry and then address it. Like she said, if we love that individual, we want to make it right. So if a person is actually crying out to you, you cannot ignore that.
I agree. I'll tell you what I heard one time, and I have something for y'all. Think about this. There is a difference between I don't like you and I don't like what you did. Because sometimes we use those as a sum of the whole. And then there goes the end of the relationship. Because the person can do something and you'll chalk it up to the point that I don't like you. But it's not that I don't like you, I don't like what you did. And that'll save you a whole lot of problem if you're able to communicate those feelings at that moment with what's going on. You can't keep score. You cannot keep score in a relationship. Some of y'all probably good at it too. You probably can go back to the first day. You can't keep score. It's like the new season. Line to Niece, it's 0-0. It's 0-0. It's not last month, it's not yesterday, it's not last year, because if you in a relationship and you working through the relationship, you got to clean the slate and you got to start over. If you bring it up, that's a foul. The score is 0-0. So I'm going to speed up because we almost out of time. Okay? Another thing I want you all to understand, there's no such thing as 100% honest in your relationship. I stand on King James Bible right now with both feet and say that there's no such thing. If a person sit in your house, in your face, lay in your bed and say, babe, I'm going to be 100% honest, they lying. You lying. There's no such thing. And I'll tell you why you lying. It's not that you have ill intentions. It's not that you're doing something sneaky. I'm not saying you're doing something sneaky, but you're entitled to privacy. You're entitled to privacy. Okay? So what I mean by that is this. I have best friends, 2 of them. One of them dead, bless her soul. When I'm on the phone with my girlfriends, it's none of Sean's business what we talking about. And vice versa. When Sean is on the phone with her girls, kikiing, and I have no right to bust in the room talking about what you're talking about. Even if I hear something, that's her privacy. That's her privacy. I have no right to go through her phone. She has no right to go through mine. I don't have a lock on my phone, and I don't expect to lay my phone on the counter and come around the corner and she perusing through my phone. I'm entitled to my privacy. So we have this thing in our house we call 95-5. I give you 95%, but I'm going to keep 5 to myself. Because I might have some juicy stuff and I don't want her to know what I'm talking about. I'm not scheming. I'm not plotting. I'm not trying to go out and pick nobody up. But I just have stuff that I think I'm entitled to for my privacy. You have to have that. You have to have your man cave. You have to have that. Because if you don't, then y'all gonna get tired of each other. You have to have your outlets. That's healthy. I do not want to lose my identity in my relationship. I want her to go out with her girlfriends. I want my autonomy. I don't want to lose myself in this relationship. I've done that before. Then when the person leaves you, you stripped. You don't have nothing. You don't have no identity. You don't have nothing no more. You got to remain who you are and do things that you love.
You are preaching. You are preaching.
Yes. Another thing. This on my old material. I'm going to tell y'all this tonight. No phone zone. These things right here. Gooch. No phone zone. No phone zone. These things right here will ruin your relationship. You go out to dinner and the person sitting there like this and I start singing. People don't talk no more. All they doing. People don't talk no more. All they doing. You gotta put that phone up. Put it up.
Even playing games also. I mean, it's the same.
Okay, playing games on the phone. Put it up. We have a rule, and it's kind of fair by the wayside. But she pulled my card the other night. We don't bring the phone in the bed. And the reason for that is this. By that time, take care of your business, do all your work. When you come in here, let's either talk, and we're going to go to sleep. Phone's on. Try it. It's going to take a little getting used to, breaking your habit. But you know what a habit is, right? Something that you do over and over and over again. So when you put your phone down, you'll start unlearning it, then it'll become a habit. Not to, respect. Respect your partner. If you have to take a phone call, say excuse me. Especially if you're out to dinner. Get up from the table. Yeah. Come and tell you this. And I want y'all to come get one of these. I don't want you to come get it until you think the Spirit told you to come get it. If you treat your partner like you treat him when you first met him, and they was the apple of your eye, and you were turning flips, and you were doing all those things to get them, you won't have no problems. It's an old cliche. If you want to know how to keep the fire burning and don't let the fire go out in your relationship, keep putting logs in it. Don't let it go out. If you don't let the fire go out, the relationship will survive. If you remember what it took, because if you came in playing and faking, it done showed up right now. See, they don't representative long gone. Now the real you there, I don't like to put on no clothes no more. I don't like to do no makeup. I ain't gonna fix my hair no more. Well, that's not what I bought. I bought a Bentley. I want my Bentley. So put some premium in it and go get yourself together and come back. You did all that to get me, and I did all that to get you. So if that's what was genuine and I really wanted you, especially us that broke that 5-year plane, you need to get it together. I'll take one more question.
What happens, like you said, after like say 5 or 6 years, you become complacent in the relationship. In the beginning, you had all the fire. You did everything. You opened the car doors.
You like a rabbit.
Massage my feet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But now you're complacent, and now you just kind of like, well, I got you, so, you know, if you set expectations to your mate and say, look, this is what you got to show to the plate, or you're going to lose this. Am I being wrong by setting expectations and giving ultimatums as far as...
Never give ultimatums.
Well, I'm just saying...
Don't give ultimatums.
What I'm saying is, give my expectations, but you say you hear me, but you're not stepping up to the plate. So where do I go from there? Okay,
so I'll help you out. One thing that you have to remember, what Pastor Lou said, after year 4, the sex gonna do this.
No.
What happens? It's not that something is wrong. No. Stay with me, okay? I said sex. It's not that something is wrong. It's not that something is wrong. It's not me that I'm not sexually attracted to you, physically attracted to you, none of those things. It's just that sometimes the dynamic of the relationship changes. And you have to have more in common than sex.
But it's not the sex is gone, it's that you have the sex.
I didn't say gone. I said
the spice is gone. That, you know, you put on exotic underwear, you dance, you do all that. What is it that I'm going to take?
Well, let me tell you this. I hate to tell you, but as you get older, the sex drive diminishes for some people. For some people, okay? Now, it might be that the libido is a little affected and the person might be having a hard time telling you, and it might be something that you might want to see a doctor about if that person not responding.
It's not what I'm saying, it's not the sex act itself is gone. The act is there. It's just that.
Get to it.
No, it's not that. It's just that it's normal sex. I want to hang from the chandelier still. I want more than just routine.
Okay, well, let me tell you. Hold on. David, you might need to cut the tape off. I need you to cut the tape off. Look, we are a 501c3 non-profit organization. Man, you gonna talk about that after I get off this camera. We're gonna talk about that after. And anybody else want to give him some tips? Okay? I got some, but I'm not gonna say it because this is going on YouTube. Okay. You have one?
I have one question.
Okay.
Okay, you just said that men might need to start from 0.
Yes.
How do we get our closeness back, living separately? We never even had a chance in our relationship. When our relationship first started, we've always lived together. We never, from the beginning. So this is all new to us to be living in 2 separate houses. How do we get back to where we need to be and keeping the closeness, you know, even though we in different places?
You guys gonna have to court. Y'all gonna have to court. Y'all gonna have to have some date nights. You need to get you an overnight bag. La need to get her one. And y'all gonna have to alternate houses. Look at Sean. Stop instigating. Denise, you gonna have to alternate. You gonna have to alternate. She gonna have to alternate. Y'all gonna have to get reacquainted with each other. The space and the time apart might help you all understand how important it is for you all to be together. Love will overcome.